Brad.
Yeah, and I'm Ruth.
And we're together, we're married. We've been married for 13 years, met at Massey University, basically town met country. As far back as I can remember, Mum and Dad taught me the principles, good money principles, such as tithing and saving and just like spending, It was okay to spend as well, but there was kind of that balanced approach, which is cool, which is also modelled by them. So far back as I can remember,
Yeah, I'm pretty much the same as well. My parents kind of taught about saving and tithing and all those principles as well. So I do remember the first time I ever got a decent, sort of like salaried paycheck, kind of having a moment of, oh, this is a lot of money I'm just about to kind of give away, and just having a big gulp kind of moment. But that was a commitment and something that we were definitely going to do. So it was off it went, it wasn't a second thought after that, yeah. So we're really thankful to our parents for kind of setting us off on the right track right from the beginning, and that's something we're hoping to do with our kids as well, as we're trying to teach them the same principles. We make sure that we can be generous with our lives. It's sort of one of our family values is to be generous. So we want to do more than just tithe. We want to be generous to others around us and to God's kingdom. So essentially what we do to be generous is we budget generosity, we
into the budget.
Yeah. We make sure that there's something put aside that we can be generous with, and that's all done before all our extra costs or fun spending money and things are taken out of it. And
yeah, the temptation is to think, well, I've given 10% to God, the rest is mine. But I think, we want to go beyond that, and it will get all spent on ourselves if we don't budget any of that 90% towards being generous. So we actually have to do that. In order to fit generosity into our budget, we have to cap some things in our budget. For instance, entertainment side of our budget, that could be higher, but we've chosen to limit it so that we can factor in generosity.
I'm often, my kids are probably sick of hearing me say, there's always room at the table, and we just believe that God's blessed us with so much that's to be shared, and there's always room for someone else to come in and enjoy what we have, and so that we can have our lives be a blessing to others.
I think we've been really protected from the worry and the stress of having enough and that kind of thing. And I'll put that down to tithing as well, because giving that first 10% to God is like, every time I do that, I pay the tithe, and I consciously even say a little prayer of thanksgiving to the Lord, and to say, you're our provider, you're sovereign over our lives, over our finances. And I think that kind of pushes the reset button each time, and you're just reminded that God is Jehovah Jireh, our provider. He's it's not money or our incomes or whatever that provides for us, but it's actually God who gives us the ability to increase wealth and receive an income and everything. So I think even that little thing of purposefully, every time you tithe, giving thanks,